Hello and welcome to our class once again. In this video, I want to walk you through the basic organization of our course here in Brightspace. And so that's what I'm going to show you now. You are hopefully somewhat familiar with the course if you've found this video. But again, I hope that this is helpful. I'll also add it, I'll show you where it lives in terms of its place inside the course. But I will also share this as an announcement as we get things started. So um, this is the landing page for our class. I'm going to scroll down a little bit. As it says here, you'll use this coursework section, click on content. That's kind of one of the best ways in to the course itself. That's where you can find all the learning modules. But as you scroll down, there are a few things I wanted to show you here on the landing page. Now there's my little blurb. There's the announcement section, so please do keep track of what is posted there. I will use announcements on a fairly regular basis. I like to use announcements to give general feedback about the work that we've been doing, both in terms of form and also content, so the ideas that we are working on and thinking about. Because as we'll encounter, every day that we're studying New Mexico's history is a dynamic field. It's not something that is settled or completed. And so it's important for us to think about how to apply historical thinking skills and principles to best understand and study the past. As you continue to scroll down, you'll see the content browser. So once you've gotten into the course a little bit and I know we're working on Unit 3 and that's right where I want to jump in, you can just click here and go straight to that section. That's kind of what that's for. It's another helpful way into the course modules. There is a calendar on the side here with upcoming events and due dates. And then as you scroll to the bottom, here are tutorials for Twitter and timeline work and some information about a couple of extra credit opportunities. At the very bottom, I wanted to show you this activity feed. It's sort of like a social media-ish type thing here inside of Brightspace, where we can add posts and respond to one another's posts and work. I will post a couple of things here as we go through the next couple of weeks. Usually there are extra credit opportunities, or they are things like items in the news that are relevant to what we're studying in our class. So do take a look at what ends up there, and it might be a place you will want to respond. So I'm going to click into coursework. You'll notice as well, if you want to go straight to the discussion forums, there's a shortcut here. We don't use these other categories so much, so this one will probably be the most helpful besides just clicking on content. This is where everything in the course lives. If you click on overview and syllabus, there is a link to the syllabus as well as a brief overview of the course. But this Start Here module, as it suggests, is super important in terms of just reference information and knowing how the course is organized. So you'll notice I clicked into that little Getting Started with New Mexico History to open this up. I have my intro video, and then you can click here to get the syllabus with the video explanation. So that's here. You can close that back up. Same thing about accessing the textbook. All of my contact information, as well as this link for office hours, is here. The course tour videos, you're watching one of those right now, and Twitter information. So this is all really great reference information, and something that you may want to visit and revisit especially as we get started. I'm going to click this arrow here at the top, and that will take us to Unit 1. So you'll notice we went from Start Here to the next unit. This table of contents is much like that course, or the course browser on the home page, because it will take you directly to whatever unit we're currently working on, if you need to do that. Or you can just, right now we're Unit 1, so all of these are organized such that you'll see the number of the unit, the dates that it covers, and then a very brief kind of description of what we're doing in that unit. As you click into it, then you'll find the more detailed introduction. Most of these have a video introduction, as well as all of the work that we'll be doing during that unit, and the outcomes that we'll be working on. I do notice, looking at this from the student perspective, that I have a couple of dates I need to fix, so I'll make sure to do that. But there are always a couple of ways to navigate inside of these modules, and I will make a separate video that shows you how the modules 2 through 6 are all organized, because those are all essentially the same. We'll just be covering different history, different periods in New Mexico's past, and different materials. But in terms of the work that we'll do and the way that they're organized, I tried to keep them very consistent. Unit 1 is a little different because it's introducing you to the course and helping us all get started. So as I mentioned, there's a video and there's some instructions about what we're doing. We'll be introducing ourselves, thinking about the meaning of history and its sources, and doing a personal entry on the timeline. And so as you click through, then you'll see all of the information about that. This takes you to the discussion board, for example, to do the introduction post. As you click ahead, this is that What is History activity. And so you can scroll down, read through that, and then you complete it on the next page on the discussion board, and so on. So you can navigate using these arrows. If you're in the middle of something, you want to go back to that overview for Unit 1, just click on this little breadcrumb, and it will take you to that homepage so you can scroll down. And you don't have to just go through with the arrows, but you can get to the very end. If you want to do the timeline submission, for example, you can go straight to that. Just as in the content browser, the Twitter and timeline tutorials and the extra credit are here at the bottom. Otherwise, it's just a fairly straightforward chronological walk through the course. And other important things, the grades are here. I'm not going to click into that because I have nothing to show you from my account. You can use communication to get to the announcements. If anyone would like Pronto set up, I can do that for us. I just haven't yet because it gave me some issues before when I tried to do it. So that's why I'm using text messaging and email and so on. There's some useful tools here. There's also these resources. So if you have need of any student services or resources or the libraries, that's all here. Embanet is technical help. And if you need to do a system check, or if you want to try to work through any of the D2L or Brightspace tutorials, those are here as well. All right. I hope that's helpful. Please let me know whenever you have questions, and I look forward to working with you all over the next couple of weeks.